We had a wonderful set of sessions that we talked about understanding yourself with terms of fashion and with terms of styling, with terms of your hue, pattern, design, colors, etc. etc. Went on and on. Yes, so we had those sessions, and now we are putting a close to that topic. And we are starting a new topic today, a topic that is very close to my heart. It is a topic that is very essential, I feel, for everyone, whether you are in a professional field or even a homemaker or someone who is in college, someone who is in any walk of life. Because what are we talking about? We're going to be talking about communication. Now, when we talk about communication, it is a very essence of how we relate or how we are accepted or how we give our message across. So it is both ways, how people see you and how you see people. It all gets communicated in various ways. Now, today we are doing something that usually I do in the middle of the set, but we are doing it at the beginning because it's highly important that this is understood first before we go into the next set of communication. There are different layers to communication. It's not just talking, it's not just being able to put your words across. It is not so much about putting your words across, more about you being understood the way you want to be understood. So that is why it is important for us in communication to have that understanding of how words will affect, how our language, body language, our other things will also affect. But the main thing that affects in communication and where communication can be misunderstood is what we're going to do today. Okay, so let us go into our slide deck. And there we are. Okay, so what are we going to be talking today? This is only part one. Like I said, it's going to be a series. So every alternate Saturday, we'll touch up, and it's only for 30 minutes, not too long. Okay, the art and science of communication. Yes, communication is a science, and we are going to find out why we call it a science. Okay, and yes, you are the ones that make a difference. This is especially for my field force out there, for each and every one of you, whether you're a BO, ABM, ZBM, SM, whoever. Each one of you have your own individual style, your own individual way of conversing, your own individual way of relating the message across, and that is why you make the difference. You are the ones that are the image of the company. You are the ones that are out there, so people recognize our company through you, and that is why it is important that we go through this communication set. Okay, so what is a BO's role? Now, when I say BO, I mean everyone in the field, but a main role of everyone in the field is to convince the doctor to get the progressive business and prescription. Okay, now this is when I say everyone in the field, myself included. We are your support team. So for us also, this is the main objective. We make sure that you are supported in a way that this is becomes easy for you, or this is something that you all can work on. Okay, to convince the doctor to get progressive business and prescription. So the steps to connect with a stranger, your doctor. Okay, a lot of the times we meet doctors for the very first time, or we meet them through our seniors or something like that, and we do not connect with them because they're new to us, they're a stranger to us. So how do we connect to them? How do we make our presence felt? How do we make them see things? First, we have to know our doctor. You just don't go, okay, today I'm going to work with my APM, I'm going to a new area, I'm just going to go and see what he's doing. No. First, find out your doctor's list and find out what is your doctor all about. What does he do? Where did he finish his studies or her studies? Uh, is he working with his father or brother or something like that? Or is it this his own setup? What is the background? All those things is good when you are, it will come out in conversation when you are talking to him, especially about the products. Okay, his or her prescription habit. Now this is very important. What is a prescription habit? How do they do it? Are they getting a lot of if you're going to go into diabetes D protein kind of products? Is he giving us just a small share and giving because we are just going and saying, doctor, you know about D protein? Yes, I do. Okay, 2 3 prescriptions in a day please. And yes, he says yes, 2 3 prescriptions. He doesn't say a day or she doesn't say a day, only you say a day. So what happens is the doctor then prescribes us very little. When we say, oh, 2 3 prescriptions a day, thank you so much doctor, that means 7 prescriptions in a month, in a week, and 7 to 14 prescriptions doctor, that means in a month you're giving me 14 to 28 prescriptions. In 2 weeks, I'll come back in 2 weeks, I will check, will I see that? Now that is when the doctor will realize that you are serious about it. And what is his prescription? Through RCPA we'll come to know, right? So understanding his prescription habit is very important. Know your market thoroughly. What is happening in your market? Okay, now we have competitors. Every brand of us, there are very few brands that other competitors are not right now there in the market in the same level. But most of our brands have competitors. What are your competitors doing? Is there a scheme going on there? Are they, having some kind of deal that is going on? Are they doing some different kind of inputs that is creating a difference in the market? This is something that you should know. This is, if anybody asks you this, it should come out of your mouth. It should be very clear. You should be able to know these things, and very important to understand this from the very fact that this is what makes the difference when you are in the market. This is what will make a difference when you are talking to the doctor. Yes, we do understand that this brand is also there from Abbott or Sun or whatever, but that brand doesn't offer you XYZ. We offer you XYZ in our brand, and economically priced as well. Whether it is a very premium brand like Nascent and Teens Pro, whether it is a very a regular brand like Milk, everywhere we are economically priced. So this is something that you should really be able to use when you are talking to the doctor. Ability to listen. Okay, a lot of times we want to talk, we've got so much of knowledge and so much of experience and so many things in our mind that we want to give everything out, we want to share this with everyone. But what actually makes a difference at this point is where you can keep quiet and listen to what the doctor is saying, or listen to what your colleague is saying, your senior is saying, or your junior is saying. Listen to that, and you will get your answers through that. You will get your answers through what they are trying to tell you. Sometimes that becomes more important than how much knowledge and how much you know about a product. And of course, never interrupting when we are listening to someone. So this is our topic for the day: listening. Okay, we always work a lot on what we are going to talk and how we are going to talk and what are the words we're going to use, scientific words and this words and that words, important words, everything. But do we take any time or any patience to understand the meaning of listening? Listen to others as you would want them to listen to you. Simple. If you want to feel valued, you want to feel heard, then you will be very happy to listen. Now, let me ask a question. Okay, you can give your answers in the chat, no problem. Or we can discuss that later also. Everyone has a best friend, right? Everyone has one friend that is very close. It can be your relative, it can be someone you met in school or college, but you have that one person that you're very comfortable talking to them. Why is that? Because that best friend listens to you. Okay, that person actually listens to you, and when they are talking, you listen to them, and that is why there is a good relationship. That is why there's a relationship where there's give and take, there's a relationship that works. That is why listening is important. You want to build a relationship, first thing you have to do is listen. Okay, now a good listener can sell well. Doctor wants his or her to be acknowledged. The doctor needs to be acknowledged. Okay, now how will you acknowledge a doctor? By just saying, good morning doctor, I'm here from British Biologicals, Maximus Proteus or Optimus division, I'm here to talk to you about our latest product. That is not acknowledgement. Good morning doctor, I'm here from British Biologicals, how are you doing today? Oh, I'm fine. Doctor, you have a lot of patients today, and I congratulate that your business is doing so well. Your practice is going so well. Acknowledge that he's working hard. Acknowledge that his business is doing well. Acknowledge that he has a beautiful clinic. his front office reception is really kind and very gentle. Let them feel acknowledged for the things that they have put together to make their business work. All right? To be understood and to be valued. Okay, this happens through listening. When you doctors talking, if you are able to jot down the important points of what he's saying, he will feel understood and valued, and that makes a big difference. Okay, yes doctor, I know, yes doctor, D protein is being, yes doctor, no, don't stop him anywhere in the middle. Say yes, I understand, and let him bring out as much as information as possible. Why don't you all do this also? Why don't you all do that? Yes, doctor, I will take this down. I will talk to my senior. Let me see what we can do about it. Okay, so bring out, let him talk, bring out all the points. Let him be able to convey things to you. Let him be able to connect with you. Okay, to be recognized and remembered. When we go back after 2 weeks, when we go back and meet the doctor, and the doctor says, hey, you had come 2 weeks back, didn't I tell you that I wanted some more samples of menopro? Yes doctor, I you have given me in the prescription, I have brought that for you, and that is why I have come to meet you. Finished. He has made a connect with you. He will always remember you, he will always recognize you, that you have done what he has asked you to do. So what how is that going to come about? By listening. Okay, not by talking, by listening. Okay, so again, you have you have to come to the point where he recognizes you and he remembers you, or she recognizes you and remembers you. Smallest things, the smallest things that they may want, the smallest thing that they may ask for. Okay, now another way of doing this is not just keeping the samples. Sir, you asked for samples, here they are. No. Okay, so last time we discussed about how important the samples of menopro are for your patients. You did talk about a few patients that wanted to try it out first before they would actually buy the product. So that is why I have given you these samples. Okay, never leave anything with on the doctor's table without actually telling them why and how you're leaving it. And this is also going to work with when we are talking to them. Okay, so you will have to listen why the doctor has asked for it. Can I have some samples? Yes sir. How is it going to be useful to you? What, in what way we can help you with this? Let us know. So these are the kind of things you, and then you remember them, carry it forward. I always make points in my notebook because I don't have that great a memory, so I tend to forget. That is what you can do. So when you go back and you say, doctor, last time you had said so and so, so and so, so and so, he will feel recognized and remembered. Okay, now to feel appreciated and respected. Yes, we thank them as soon as we enter the cabin, we thank them for the prescription. But when we are leaving, if we appreciate the time that they have given us, we appreciate the time he has taken to listen to you, he will realize that it is a different connect altogether. Okay, and appreciate the business he has given us. Okay, even appreciate the fact that he is not able to give us the business that we want from him, and let him know that. Okay, so feel, he will feel appreciated and respected in that way, that you are respecting the fact that you know whatever the business was down, or whatever patients were not coming because of festival or whatever, he's not done that as many prescriptions as required. So then again we will push that forward that way. Okay, always remember that they should feel that way when you visit them. It is not just a flying visit and in and out. These things should come forward. To feel comfortable about a want and they should feel comfortable to ask you if they want a CSM, if they want to have a meeting with other doctors, they want to have uh, these different events that are happening, they want a certain thing from you. Okay, they would like to get involved in a certain way with the company. All these different things, they should be comfortable to want to talk to you about it. You should have that kind of environment or that kind of connect with them. Okay, so these are the things that we can help to make sure that they know that you are respecting them and listening to them. Now Active reflective listening, there are 4 steps to it. So, what is the first step? First step is to listen. That means when somebody is talking, you just listen, nod, take down the points if it's a very long conversation, then ask relevant questions. Sir, when you said so and so thing, what is it? I did not quite understand. Can you please explain it a little more to me? Okay, people, when you say yes, yes to everything, you're trying to finish a conversation. You're not there to finish a conversation. You're there to build a relationship. Understand the difference. Okay, you're not there just to go and talk about your product and leave. You're there to build a relationship with the doctor. You want this doctor with you for life. Okay, so when you say I don't understand anything, can you explain it to me, it doesn't make you big or small. It just makes the doctor felt understood. He says, okay, this person really wants to know what I'm talking about. Okay, so that becomes very important. So question if you don't understand anything. And when you, what's the meaning of reflect and paraphrase? Okay, so once you've understood what the doctor is actually trying to say, or I'm using the word doctor a lot, but it can be the person in front of you, okay, actually trying to say, then you reflect. So I understand that you wanted A, B, C, D point form. These are the things that you have asked for, or these are the things that you need from us. Let me see how best I can come across to you. Now, after that, after you say these points, the doctor will say, yes, you got me right. You both agree on the conversation. The conversation that you have listened to, you'll both agree to come to a point of agreement. So A, B, C we can do, but D we cannot do. I am so sorry, but this is something that our company doesn't do at all. So then they will say, okay, fine, get me A, B, C. Right? So you are agreeing whether it is a complete agreement or it is a partial agreement, but you have to make sure when you close a conversation, the doctor knows exactly where you're standing and you know exactly where the doctor is standing. Okay, this can be in any relationship, this can be in your business or personal life, it doesn't matter. It is the same thing. You develop this pattern when you are listening to someone. You will see your relationship will automatically improve overnight like this. To, to listen, to question, to reflect and paraphrase, and then to agree. Both the parties have to agree to the same point. Okay, so these are the important factors of listening. the, this thing you have to do when you're listening. Otherwise, it doesn't come across as if you're listening. You're being heard, you can hear, but are you actually listening? Like when we are traveling by a metro or we are going through the airport or something like that, there are announcements being made and being made and being made, and it's background noise. You're hearing a lot of things. But listening is when you want to know, oh, is my flight delayed? Has my gate changed? Or in the metro, have I missed my stop? That's when you will listen. You will register in your mind. That is listening. Okay? Hearing is different, listening is different. So make sure that when you are wanting to connect with someone, you are actually listening to them. Okay? A lot of times we tell small children, put your phones down, I'm talking to you. Why? We don't want them to hear us, we want them to listen to us. Okay, so that is what is important. Put all the distractions aside and listen, to pay full attention to that one thing, one person standing in front of you, and you are going to build a good relationship with them. Right? Now, points to work in action. Meeting a doctor with, this is a scenario, meeting a doctor with 10 years of practice, having good flow of patients. What is that you would like to understand? Observe in the environment of the doctor's clinic the attributes to look around the doctor's clinic are how well he has kept his aesthetic, clean furnishing, etc. Okay, now why is this important? I will tell you. First, let me explain the points to you. Aesthetics, clean furnishing, that means how he has kept the clinic, what colors he's used, what has he used, wood, has he used metal, is it a simple clinic, is it something that is part of his personality, so he's taken time to make it look beautiful, these kind of things. His staff, are they groomed, are they not groomed? Okay, are they talk gently or they're rough in their speech, all these kind of things. Is he an early adapter of the products introduced? Now we know what an early adapter is, right? So when the product has been introduced, like our three new products in the three divisions right now, is he an early adapter of the product? Does he meet your eye while talking to you? Is he giving you eye contact? Is he looking here? Is he looking there? He's looking at his phone. He's looking at his table. He's looking everywhere. He's looking at the nascent box that you've kept in his hand, but he's still not giving you any eye contact. Okay, so that becomes very, very important, right? Is he tentative when you are talking? That means, is he listening to you when you are talking? Now, listening goes both ways. It is not just you have to listen, he also has to listen to you. But if you're just going to recite, as we say, verbatim recitation, if you're just going to recite and walk away, he has not absorbed anything. You want him to listen to you when you are talking. So, how do you develop that with that doctor? By listening to him when he's talking. One, and stopping when he is not listening to you. Okay, and how he responds when you introduce and start your conversation. When you introduce yourself, when you start your conversation, is he like, yeah, okay, continue, and he's gone into something else, and he looks up and says, no, 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 I'm listening, continue. So that means he is giving you 20-25% of his attention, but you want a minimum of 80 to 90% of his attention. Then how are you going to do about that? Okay, listening is also when you know when to stop, right? Wait, sir, I know you are very busy. If I just give me exactly 120 seconds, I will tell you what I want to talk to you. Okay, so this is how we develop this kind of relationship with the doctor, where you are listening to him. It starts off from you, and then you can expect that back from him. Okay, when we have understood these things about the doctor, then the way we converse with the doctor, the way we talk to the doctor changes. Okay, it is not the regular language. We then change it according to the, say, got great furnishing, great wooden eagle is sitting over there, and he's got lamps on the other side. So he's on more nature wise. So that is something you can talk, you can start a conversation that way. If he has changed something new, he has put in his clinic, new chairs have come in or something like that, you can discuss about that, talk about, so these new chairs look wonderful and I think it's really adding value to your aesthetic clinic, something like that. His staff is well groomed on, you can talk about that also. The lady in the front is very well organized and very well groomed, she's always kind to us. I really appreciate that, sir. It's a very small thing, but I appreciate that. Again, you are opening his mind to listen to your conversation. These are all things to open his mind to listen to your conversation. Okay, does he meet your eye when he's talking to you? This is very important. So if he is not, then wait for a second, he will wonder why the chattering has stopped, and he will look up, and that is when you start, sir, I know you, just give me 60 to 90 seconds, I will finish quickly and I will close. Just one thing that I wanted to tell you, that we have so and so scheme running, or in deep protein so and so flavor has come out, or whatever it is, just continue with that. Okay, is he tentative when you are talking? How does he respond when you introduce and start your conversation? So how is he responding to you? Is he just listening, hearing you, or is he listening to you? This is something that you have to register, and this is something that you can talk to the doctor. Now the points to remember, okay? It becomes easy to initiate a conversation with a doctor as you have prepared yourself well. Now this is the key, and this is the very basic. You have to know your brands, you have to know the SKUs, you have to know the pricing, you have to know your competitors, you have to know what are the ingredients that are there in your brand is not available with your competitor brand, and this is the way you prepare yourself. I'm not saying it will all come to you in one day. Every day, half an hour, you sit and read about these things. Today, if you're going to read about one brand, then finish the whole thing, the competitors, the price, the SKU, everything, the flavors, dosage, everything. Okay, so know your brand, study every day, a little bit every day. Now, we don't get time in the morning, we don't get time in the, okay, you're sitting in a doctor's clinic, you have your phone in your hand, you have your VAS with you. In your VAS, the marketing team has done a wonderful job of putting the main products and their competitors. Use it, read it, go through it. You never know, something new will pop up every time you read. So don't just sit on your phone and see the reel and reel and reel. No, this is the time. You don't have time at home. You don't have time when you're traveling. I understand that. But we are waiting in the doctor's clinic sometimes for 1.5, 2 hours. I have done that. I've gone to the field. I have seen how POs wait. Okay? BOs, scams, how y'all wait. I have seen. So there is a lot of time. There's a lot of time to do these things. Don't jump into a question as you initiate your conversation. So don't say, doctor, so how many prescriptions have, no, that will come towards the end of the conversation. Doctor, so you were not there last time, you had gone somewhere. All these kind of things will come towards the end of the conversation, not at the beginning of the conversation. Okay, beginning of the conversation, introduction of yourself. Beginning of the conversation will not start with a thank you. A thank you will come towards the end of a conversation. Every time, uh, thank you is almost like a full stop. So every time we finish a conversation, we say thank you and we move out. So if you start with a thank you at the beginning, subconsciously your mind already is, the doctor's mind is already saying, oh, he has said thank you. He's very happy with whatever I have done. Okay, I don't need to pay attention to it. Try this thing. Try saying thank you at the end of your conversation rather at the beginning of your conversation. See the difference in the way the doctor reacts to you. You will understand this. You have to be present. You have to be conscious when you are doing these things. You're not just going and reciting and coming out. Okay? You have to be conscious about all these small little things. It'll help you to improve your relationship with the doctor. It'll help you to improve your conversational skills as well. Okay? To make conversation meaningful while listening, nod your head. Hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, I understand. Okay. Yes. Okay. Not just doing that blindly, points also to be jotted down. Okay. Just don't say yes, after every word and every sentence. If you've understood, not understood, jot it down. Let him finish talking. Then you say, sir, this one point I did not quite understand what you were saying. If you can elaborate it a little bit more. Okay. Please don't say, please, explain it to me. If you can elaborate it a little bit more so that I understand the point completely, this becomes important. The sentence that you use becomes important. I don't know, I don't know. Don't use anything negative. No knows. I don't know, I don't understand. No, I need a little bit more help with this point. If you could just explain it to me a little bit more, sir. Something like that. Always on the positive side, never anything on the negative side. Statements like, if your uh, meritorious practice with this illustrious experience or the complexity of your diagnosis in your patient class will help you to have a better response to your access as you listen. Okay, so these are the points that you can remember. You can take a screenshot of this. This is something you should practice. This is something, and conversation doesn't happen just by overnight. It has to be a habit forming a practice. So you have to form a habit of how you have a conversation. You have to be present. You have to be conscious of what you're saying. You have to be conscious of what they are saying. You have to be conscious of your environment and their environment. And that's when a proper conversation happens. It'll probably be more fruitful. It'll probably be something that you remember more and they remember more as well. And that is why this way of conversation will make a lot of difference. Okay. Points to paraphrase. We talked about paraphrase before, and these are the points that we are going to take to paraphrase. Doctor needs assertive response while responding back. Show attention, bend forward slightly. This is your body language. You're bending forward. When we are sitting like this, what does it mean? We are relaxed. We are, uh, you know, happy to be there but not really paying attention. But when I'm sitting like this and talking to you, what I'm doing, I'm being very attentive. I want to be very present. I'm putting myself forward to listen, to hear, to understand what you're saying. Okay, so bend slightly forward, speak with a smile always. There is no reason, there is nothing that you're going to say to the doctor that you need to put a frown on your face or an irritation on your face. With a smile, lot of things get covered, lot of things get done, lot of things go forward. Okay, statements like, well said doctor, as I understand, it is right doctor, so these are the sentences that you can use. It's value insight, it's a valuable insight, I will definitely use this feedback. If the doctor says, you should not do this and you should do this and you should not do that and you should do this, it's a great feedback. They have taken the energy and the patience to tell you something that they think will help you in your future. What more do you want? You should accept that with complete positive energy. Okay, are important lines to add in continuing a dialogue. So these are the things that you can add when you want to take the conversation from A to B. Okay, I understand what you're saying is right. Let me see what I can do about it. It's a valuable insight what you have just told me. Okay, like Dr. Cynthia in Chennai talked about how Teens Pro is such an amazing product because nobody has thought about this part of the population before. From 9 to 19 years, nobody thought that children needed this kind of product. So it was such a valuable insight for us, and it is now part of our understanding in everything we do about Teens Pro. Amazing, no? So these kind of things really help us to take things forward. Very important that we use what they are telling us and move forward with that. All right. To use the word thank you discreetly, please, since too much use of this dilutes the essence. If I start by saying thank you, sir, thank you very much, sir, very nice of you, sir, no, sir, yes, sir, thank you, sir, thank you, sir, thank you, sir, then what happens is when you actually saying thank you, it makes no relevance. Thank you will come once at the end. We thank you for your prescription and your support. And I also thank you for helping me to build my career with British Biologicals. Right? That's what he's doing, right? He's making sure that you stay with British Biologicals and build your career here. So you thank them accordingly. Why not? Thank you, sir, for your prescription. Tuck. No. Make that thank you be felt. I thank you for your valuable support, for always taking care that we are there in your thoughts and minds. And thank you for supporting my career in British Biologicals. This is the way you also ask for more prescriptions. All right? Okay. And now I thank you for listening to me for the last 30 minutes and paying attention. And I hope this was relevant. And I will go to questions and see if we have any questions from our viewers. Okay, we have a lot of good mornings. There are a lot and it's a long list today, and I'm happy to see that it's a long list today. I'm very excited that it's a long list today because I really wanted to share this with everyone at the field. And from Bijapur, we have people coming in from everywhere. It's very good. Good morning, everyone. I'm really happy to see a lot of people today. And I won't take many names today because there's a lot of names. I agree with you. Increase your IQ is a gentleman here. And he says, thank you is very specific, like, thank you for your valuable time. Thank you for your prescribing our products. Yes, we will definitely say thank you that way. Okay, that is a very good way of saying thank you. And I thank you. I don't know your name, but I thank you for it nevertheless. Okay. Good morning, everyone else. And does anyone have any questions for me? Thank you, Sandeep. I will have a good day now that you have sat through my session. I'm feeling very good about it. Right? I don't see any questions here today, but I'm hoping that this part of our communication is going to be really effective in your personal and professional life. So we are coming back in another 2 weeks, which will be second Saturday in September, and we will come back with an other important aspect of communication, and that will also be a little bit of an eye opener if you all have not thought about it in that way. So thank you so much everyone for being here. Dhananjay Singh is here, Aman is here, and lots of people. So I will see you again soon. It was really nice to connect with you all. I had a really good session, and thank you for coming. Have a nice day and a weekend, ladies and gentlemen.